Hey guys, Tarke here, and it's time to talk about my next build. We got Sirus down. Sadly, the boss kill footage was really rough. I don't know why, it was just like terrible FPS, so I didn't upload it. I'll upload another Sirus kill later. But we got a bunch of really nice items from Sirus, and that's basically motivated my next character. So I'm gonna give it a bit before I announce what it is, and let's see if anyone can clock what I'm gonna be re-rolling into just based on the items in my inventory. So I got a perfect medium Thread of Hope. Medium Thread of Hope is incredibly strong in Duelist. I'll show you later why. We got, none of this stuff is pre-rolled, but we got a Influenced 84 Hunter Ami, 84 Hunter Penetrating Quiver. We got some already hit Chaos Multi Gloves. Oh, I wonder what it could be. And then we've got some belt that we could roll and something. I could even actually throw this on my current build for the Overwhelm, but whatever. I got a split beast, so I split my 6-link evasion chest piece. So now I've got 2. So I need to roll this one to look better. And I have a spare pair at 0 step. So what are we doing? It is Caustic Arrow. What? Tarke playing Caustic Arrow in Relevant Year? But how could you? Yeah, I was planning on doing some self-cast Eye of Winter stuff since I got a Snake Pit ring drop. But I'd basically just be copying Dan's profile, and I know that build works. There's a lot of people playing Caustic Arrow with Toxic Rain Ballistas, but I haven't seen that many pure Caustic Arrow builds. And I'm just really curious to see how Caustic Arrow is done from the nerfs. It should be pretty solid. I'm also... I kept coming up with cool build ideas, but I just kept shoving them on either a Pathfinder or a Scion, because I really just want to mess around with some of the really wacky new Flask stuff. So I haven't put any gear in it. This is literally just a tree I threw together in a few seconds. But you can see down here why that Thread of Hope spot is so powerful. So you get to yoink Fury Bolts, a whole bunch of life, and then you get the Frenzy and Endurance regeneration, which is really nice on mapping. This is a level 100 tree. Obviously, you could cut it down. I probably over-invested into Flask nodes. I need to just like see how it feels. But the idea is that you stack loads of reduced Flask charges used. And then get like reduced fast charge belt, and then you get like the self-using automatic flasks, and with enough reduced fast charges used and increased fast charges gained, you can have completely automated 100% uptime of flasks, which just seems like it'd be pretty fun to mess around with. On the process of leveling this character, I will also mess around with some poison spectral helix setups, which looks pretty cool. I'd actually really like to play Poison Scourge Arrow. I played Poison Scourge Arrow a lot several leagues ago. And I recommended it to Ziggy for this league on the Bay class before. Yeah, it was the Bay class before launch. I'm like, why don't you play Scourge Arrow? And he played it, and it's looking really fun. So if I happen to like fall into some Scourge Arrow gear, then I might do Poison Scourge Arrow instead of Caustic Arrow Pathfinder. But basically, we're going to be doing something Chaos Dotty related on Pathfinder. I'm thinking this is how I'm probably going to set up my Ascendancy. Obviously, if we end up going Poison, we drop these and go... Well, we probably actually do that if we're going Poison, but... Nature's Reprisal, it gives us 15% more Chaos damage, and it gives me some AoE, obviously very good for Caustic Arrow. Movement Speed, Attack Speed, and then Nature's Boon is what gives you the automated fast charge generation. It's the most important thing, basically, in the entire Ascendancy. And then we have options. We can either go for Master Surgeon, or we can go for Master Alchemist. Master Alchemist wipes all elemental ailments when you use a flask, which is good, but that's all it does. Whereas this wipes Bleed, Corrupting Blood, and gives you life recovery when you use a flask. Noogie was talking this node up a lot with the automated Pathfinder stuff and how it just like it instantly just like full heals you. So I think I'll try this one out just to see like if I can have it so that like every second I've got a flask automatically triggering. So just every second I'm just regaining 6% of my life. Well then, yeah, that seems pretty good. So I don't know. I'll try it out. If I don't like it, I'll spec back into this. It's quite easy to cover elemental ailment immunity elsewhere since you've already got 20% on the tree. If I want to, I can grab Crystal Skin. You can get chance of what ailments on gear. Yeah, there's lots of different ways I can cover it. So we'll just vibe it out, see which one we prefer. And then, yeah, if we end up doing poison stuff, I'd probably end up doing something like that. So you're getting 50% more chaos damage with attack skills, which is obviously good. Because damage for poison, Master Tox Assist gives you the poison prolif, then movement attack speed, and then the flash shard generation, reduce any damage taken. Very, very strong. And also the chance your flask not to consume charges is also a very good stat. I really rate this stat, and you can stack this in a few places. So yeah, that's basically what the next setup is going to be. If you stay tuned, I'll be doing daily updates. I've actually collected quite a few interesting items. I guess I could just quickly talk about some of the other build directions I was tempted to go into. I picked up a Heist Chaos Implicit Claw, which I might use if I end up messing around with Poison Spectral Helix. I've also got like 4 Wasp Nests. We got Dual Itchy Manjis. I was really tempted to do some Impale stuff. I tried coming up with a few interesting setups, but nothing was really grabbing my fancy. I got a Replica Perfect Form, which gives you Hollow Palm technique, which is really nice, but I just don't really have the rest of the gear to support that in SSF. We've got 2 Replica Conquerors, which is very good just for the minus mana cost scaling. Excelentes. A couple like 21 gems. I did get a Apocalypse Call, which is an Elite Overload implicit weapon, which would be kind of tempted to do some like Elite Overload Spectral Shield Throw setups. Or like Elite Overload Explosive Concoction, where like you force this weapon into your offhand by having your main hand weapon be something with like a stat requirement you can't use. So I could play like a non-crit Ellie build and to route to Ellie Overload on the tree. But Explosive Concoction just still lacks. It needs... I was already hoping Explosive Concoction would be one of the skills that would get buffed this patch, but sadly not. But oh well. And then I got like a couple of random Helm enchants. Nothing too insane. What about in the unique tabs? Did we get anything fancy? We got a Blightwell, which is kind of interesting. Nothing that great in there. Got Dream Frags, which was very nice. Essence Worm, I was tempted to do some Might Over Matter shenanigans. The Snake Pit, which is what was tempted me into maybe doing Eye of Winter. But I decided not to just copy Dan's setup, which is what I would end up doing. Nothing great there. Nothing great there. In the SWAD. We got some Ewaz. Ewaz is another good option if you force a weapon into your offhand for Explosive Concoction. Got a Soul Taker, which is pretty fancy. Some Frost Breath is a decent weapon. Got a Tarans, which is kind of neat. Soul Thirst. I think Soul Thirst can do some fun setups these days, but I just wasn't super feeling it. I was kind of tempted by the leash of this one. The leash of this one for the multiple offerings. I was kind of tempted to maybe do some like Necro stuff, maybe try out Reaper, multiple offerings. I've got 2 pairs of Shadow and Dust, so I'm probably going to throw some double corrupts into those when I get them. I got Beacon of Madness, which is an interesting item, but I don't think the verdict was very high on it. In terms of interesting unique body armors, Fleshcraft is kind of whatever, Rotten Legion, whatever. Nothing that great there. Helms. Eye of Malice is a cool helmet. Heretic's Veil. Memory Vault is probably the most interesting thing I've got in here. I got a bunch of these. This is a new helmet that came out this league. Bleed. I've got like 3 of these. I was like, could be interesting. that was basically it. Just could be interesting. Sapples. And Jewels. We got one of these. Minions have dot multi per Ghastly Eye affecting you. I was very tempted to maybe do some Bleed Reaper action using this. You need a bow though. So what you do is you get a set of the Porcupine. So you have your 6-link Reaper in your bow, and you scale it with like Empower and plus levels. And then you use Ensnaring Arrow. So the enemies always count as moving to scale the bleed, and then you use this. So I was very tempted. That was probably going to be what I was going to play. But then I was like, oh, that seems kind of risky. Like, and if I get a 6-link bow, would I rather not just use it for something like Caustic Arrow? If I get some spare 6-link bow action, then maybe I'll try that out. But yeah, I don't know. It could be something. It could be something. But yeah, those are mostly the things. So yes, going to be doing some Pathfinder action. Going to be doing some Caustic Arrow vibes. Maybe some Poison vibes if we get some good Poison gear. I'm Tarke. Have a good day. Bye-bye.